Wes Burton here again. In today's video, we're going to show you up close the Load Dog, some of the features of it, and how it attaches to an asphalt car setup. So some of the advantages to it, some things that differentiate it from other rigs on the market. First off, the hanger system. So all these rails slide anywhere you want it underneath the car. Second part of it, all the hydraulics slide. So you loosen up these brackets, slide it anywhere. So it just helps you pinpoint where you're going to pull down from. So if you just have one cylinder on the front, you can't do left to right. So if we want to look at individual wheel rates, unhook our sway bar so it's not affecting one side to the other. Use your two cylinders, attach them as close to the suspension as you can. That'll give you some independent measurements and still be able to get the left front down to its normal travel. Set up here, this has the long acre scales, 2.5 inch tall scales. It's also set up for 3 inch tall intercomp scales. And then the other option as far as our dirt car setup goes, we swap out one of these pull cylinders. And then on the left rear, we hook up a push-up shock. This push-up shock will just droop out your left rear. Some of the other features, the roll-offs detach. So side skirts, extra measurements, depending on where you hook up your cylinders at. The longitudinal bars also go underneath the scale boxes, so when you have a perimeter car, you want to hook up to your frame rails, it's just another option. Also, when you get into legend cars, different things, just disconnect your hydraulics, move them around, hang them off the back of the car, whatever you need to do to get everything pulled down. So from here, we'll lower this car and pull it down. All right, so we got the car pulled down, got the front and the right rear pulled down. So we'll show you some of the things you'll see. So this car just got put back together. We haven't done any setup stuff on it yet. But you see right front interference to the spring. We've got some sway bar issues on the Heim on the left front. Too much right front camber. And then also we've put our laser adapter on the rear end. So we tracked our movement, see how much our rear steer changed, and it was pretty significant for the current rear geometry. So that's just some of the things you'll see initially, major issues you'll see. And then once again, you'll start fine tuning it on your app and looking at wheel rate curves and pump spring curves, pump stop curves, all that. Some of the benefits of why you need a Load Dog. Again, we have our sway bar hooked up. We got the car traveled to a ground plane, so we're back to 14 inches. We didn't meet our right front wheel load, so we would need to go back and look at our geometry, packer shims and all, and get some more packer shim put in the right front, take some out of the left front, get our wheel loads paired up. So this is just saving you track time. This is time where you're going to make run after run, playing with packer shims, getting your travels right, where you can do this in the shop. Get your camber set. We'll check our caster pulled down, look at our sway bar alignments. Again, look at your rear steer. As you start tracking these numbers, this stuff's going to mean a lot more to you. So your geometry is going to mean a lot more to you once you get your car pulled down on the Load Dog and just start building your database. So how you looked at your race car before is all going to change once you start looking at it differently with a Load Dog.